Hello and welcome to this demonstration of Viewpoint. Viewpoint is an AI-powered screen reader assistant by Nibble Nerds, and it recently received a very large update that brought it to what I consider to be the first stable version of Viewpoint. So this demonstration is going to be a full, comprehensive exploration of all of its features, and it will be a replacement for the old video if you have seen that in the past. This is going to be much more up-to-date and cover the entirety of the program. So for those of you who don't know what Viewpoint is, as I said earlier, an AI-powered screen reader assistant that uses Google Gemini to help you access things on your computer that you may not be able to access with a normal screen reader. It has 4 different modes. UI mode, which basically lets the AI create a UI for the app you're on and lets you click on things even if it's not normally accessible. OCR mode, which does what it says. It just pulls out all the text like an OCR scan would with the AI, and you can read it. Query mode is pretty unique, and I will go into that one a little more later, but essentially it lets you ask questions about the screen and find UI elements as of this update, so that one's pretty darn cool. And then the PDF reader, which is designed to help you get around the infamous scanned PDF documents, because if you're blind and you've tried to access one of those as a screen reader, you know it doesn't work too well, but PDF reader really solves that problem quite effectively. So before I get started showing off Viewpoint, I do want to tell you that to get it set up, it's really simple. You go to our website that I happen to be on right now because I'm going to be using it for demonstration purposes. You go to Viewpoint and just click download, and it will download the installer. You can run it and set up the program. It will ask you for a Gemini API key, which you can get from a link provided in the documentation of Viewpoint. It's free, it's simple, and it's all you need to set up the program. So let's get to UI mode first, because UI mode is the first mode that is going to be on by default when you run it. Now, to activate UI mode, all I'm going to do is press Control, Shift, and slash. I'm also going to slow my speech down for you guys. It's going to speak through my screen reader because this does run alongside of it. So let's hit Control, Shift, slash.
Generating UI snapshot.
It's going to scan the screen.
8 elements detected.
Detected 8 elements. And essentially, it overrides my navigation, so I can use Tab and Shift Tab like I normally would.
Skip to main content link, home link, games menu, Viewpoint, and AI-powered screen reader assistant link.
That's AI, but it's hard for it to tell. But
About Nibble Nerds link, contact us link, my profile link, logout link, skip to main home link, games menu, Viewpoint.
So let's say we want to go to Viewpoint, because that's what we're talking about anyway, so let's click on that.
Viewpoint, and a generating UI snapshot.
And my NVDA is saying that we're on Viewpoint, and
UI
it's
ready.
automatically scanning the screen again. So if I start tabbing through now,
skip to main content, Viewpoint link, home link, download for Windows link, documentation link, go to the Nibble Nerds homepage link, download Viewpoint for Windows button, read the docs button.
It sees these buttons.
Skip to main content, read the docs button.
And since I'm having fun with UI mode, I might as well click this docs button and then show you where to get your API key.
Viewpoint documentation.
Nibble so you'll click that, and I'm navigating this whole thing with Viewpoint. Pressing enter, by the way, is moving the mouse.
14 elements detected.
14 elements. I'm not too concerned about it, and I want to get out of UI mode. I can't
skip to main
navigate
content,
with tab anymore
Viewpoint
because UI mode is hijacking it, but I can hit Control Alt Shift slash.
UI mode exited.
And that turns it off.
Links.
So I'm going to just show you real quick.
Mainline introduction setup heading level.
In this setup area,
since Viewpoint is powered by Gemini, you will need a Gemini.
You can go to this link
get an API key.
And get an API key right there, just for your guys' reference. So that's UI mode. Now, what if there's a bunch of text on a website or a game screen, for that matter, that you want to read and your screen reader won't read it? If I hit Control Shift backslash to change modes,
OCR,
we've got OCR. Now, OCR mode is very simple. Control Shift slash.
Scanning screen. Result dialog. Edit Viewpoint documentation. Nib. Viewpoint.nibblenerds.com/docs. Skip to main content. Viewpoint home download for Windows documentation. Go to the Nibble Nerds homepage.
It finds all of the text
Introduction.
on
ETOP. Global hotkeys. I mode. CR mode. URI mode. A reader.
Okay, I don't know why it's trimming off like the first character of each one. I guess that's just the way the website looks.
Viewpoint introduction. Viewpoint is an AI-powered accessibility tool designed to accomplish tasks that traditional screen readers struggle to complete.
But it's reading the documentation. Now I can also
copy detected text to clipboard.
Copy the text to my clipboard. And now if I look at my clipboard with
The
NVDA,
clipboard contains a large amount of text. It is 1,659 characters
that's a
long.
lot of text.
Close button.
Or I can close it.
Viewpoint
That's OCR mode. Very simple and very effective.
Link skip to main list download for with document. Go to the Nibble Nerds.
I'm going to go back to the home
Nibble.
page.
Visited link skip to main.
And let's talk about the next mode, which is query mode. So I can hit Control-Shift-backslash.
Query.
And I'm on query. I can hit Control-Shift-slash as usual.
Query dialog. Enter query edit blank.
And it pops up this query dialog. And let's just describe this website in detail. Let's just try and get an overview
Nibble Nerds.
of my website.
The website is called Nibble Nerds, and the slogan is Where Gamers Are United. The website welcomes back user Blind Goofball. The website has navigation links at the top for home, games, Viewpoint, an L-powered screen reader assistant, about Nibble Nerds, contact us, my profile, and log out. The latest news is about Viewpoint 1.0, and it details the new features and changes to improve the user experience.
Okay, now, I don't know why this is the AI determining that it wanted to find UI elements. Normally it would pop this up in a dialog if you did not ask it to find UI elements, but sometimes it'll decide to find UI elements and it opens a mini UI mode, sort of like it did here, and that's why it just spoke the message. But I can hit tab.
Home link, games menu, Viewpoint, about Nibble Nerds, contact us, my profile, log out, home link.
And it found things, and I can hit Control-Shift-slash.
UI mode exited.
And that exits the essentially UI mode, because it works the same way as UI mode. Now, where this becomes really powerful is not just the ability to ask questions and get answers. It becomes really powerful when you do something like this.
Query dialog. Enter query
I'm
edit
going to
blank.
ask it, how do I contact the company on this website?
Home, Nibble Nerds.
Now, not only is it going to tell me,
To contact the company, click the contact us link.
not only is it going to tell me that, but again, it didn't open in a dialog because if I hit tab,
Contact us link.
it found the contact us link specifically, and of course I can click
My
on
support
that.
tickets.
And here I am on the support ticket page. So that is where Viewpoint's query mode is very powerful. Now, if I say go to my desktop here and do a query mode
Query dialog.
and
Enter
ask it describe the desktop background,
desktop list.
if it finds UI elements here, I'm going to be really confused.
Result dialog.
But essentially-
Edit only multi-line. The desktop background is a photo of a long wooden dock or pier.
Now here we are on it's a result dialog, just the same one as the OCR.
Extending out into a body of water.
So
pier
I
appears
can
old.
of course hit tab
Copy detected text to
and
clipboard
copy
button.
the result of that query
Close button.
or
Start toggle
close
button
it. So that's the query mode, very powerful with the new update because that is a new 1.0 feature, and it is very useful for asking it even how to do things, and it will find the UI elements for you. The last mode
PDF reader.
is the PDF reader. Now this one, it does what it says. It's going to read your scanned PDF for you if I hit Control-Shift-slash. It is not going to take a screenshot, and it actually did not give the file dialog focus. But that happens sometimes.
Open file.
All you have to do
3
is use some alt-tabbing
Open file name. Combo
and
font.
get to this dialog. That's all you got to do. But then
Item 3D print.
let's
Beta 3. B Robinson.
take my math exam PDF that I have here. This is a scanned PDF, by the way.
Desktop list. Recycle bin.
I just selected it. It is going to do its thing. This generally takes a little bit longer, and when it's done, we
Result
should
dialog. Edit read only multi-line. Braden Robinson exam 2.
have all of the text from the PDF.
Wednesday, March 12th, 2025.
Right here.
11:59 a.m. PDF. B Robinson. Mu Alpha Talia 18. Math 180. SP 25 page 1.
Yep. So there's all the text in the PDF.
Copy
You
detected
can,
text.
of course, copy what it finds
Close button.
or
Start
close
top.
the dialogue. But that is just awesome because that's a scanned PDF that I could not read otherwise. And I'll take it. So those are the four modes of Viewpoint. Of course, Control-Shift-Backslash again
UI.
goes back to UI. There's a little more that I want to show you. If I hit Control-Alt-Shift-V,
Viewpoint settings dialog. API key. Edit protected 39
here's
star.
the Viewpoint settings. So there's a couple things you can change here. The API key, for example, if you made a mistake entering it or you need a new API key, you can put that in here.
Model. Combo box Gemini 2.0 flash collapse.
You can change the model. Gemini recently released 2.5 Flash,
Gemini 2.5 flash.
so you can use that. Now, I would not recommend using it for your daily use as it is a lot slower, but it is a lot more accurate, and if you're struggling to do something with the normal Viewpoint model, it will work quite well.
Gemini
But
2.0
I'm going
flash.
to leave that on 2.0 Flash for now.
Rescan UI after activation. Checkbox checked.
You can rescan the UI after activation here. So when you click on something in UI mode, you were seeing it was automatically rescanning the UI and building a new UI. You can turn that off if you don't want it to.
Delay before UI rescan. MS edit selected 1000.
In milliseconds, a delay before it does that scan, so things take time to load, and that's why there's a 1 second delay here by default. But if you're finding that's not enough, you can make that delay longer. If you're finding it's too long, you can shorten that delay.
Play sounds. Checkbox checked.
If you don't want the sounds for some strange reason, you can turn them off.
Open key config button.
You can also open the key config. I'll show you this real quick.
Edit key config dialog. Key config. JSON edit multi-line.
This is a JSON formatted key config. Now this does not open in Notepad, by the way. Somebody thought it did, but it doesn't. It's just a dialog here.
2 space cycle mode.
And
Quote space colon quote space quote CTRL plus SHIFT plus back quote comma.
and you
Start
can
mode.
see
No intent control plus shift plus slash. Control plus shift plus alt plus slash.
um,
Control plus shift plus
and
slash.
it's essentially
Comma quote slash control plus shift plus
okay.
space
It
quote
is reading
X,
this
exit U
really
UI.
weird. That's interesting. But you can change all these key configurations.
OK button. Cancel button.
I'm going
Viewpoint
to
settings
cancel
dialog.
that, but you can change it, and when you do, it'll ask you to restart. And that is, if you don't like the key configurations that are there, you can adjust them.
OK button.
And of course, then you
Desktop
can
list.
hit
Recycle bin
OK.
isolate.
So that is Viewpoint. There's a couple other random things you can do, but you can read those in the documentation if you want. But that is the overall summary of what it does, its capabilities, and it works really well. I recommend trying it on inaccessible software. I have done it myself. I've had some software that I just could not use, and Viewpoint worked, and I expect it to be even better now with the update. So don't hesitate to reach out. Like I said, there's that contact link on the Nibble Nerds website. You can reach out through other channels. But that's Viewpoint. I hope you guys enjoy it, and thank you for watching.